Hi class, today I will be informing you about Colombia. The reason why I chose to talk about Colombia because that's where I'm from. I was actually born there. My whole family's from there. In the past, Colombia has been known as a violent country, but in most recent years, Colombia has grown from those dark times and has blossomed into a beautiful country and has so much to offer. When people think of Colombia, they think of drug cartels, violence, and poverty. But the country has come a long way. Even when I tell people that I'm from Colombia, I get this stereotype about it. It's ridiculous. According to a recent release poll by Win Gallup International Association, Colombia was ranked the happiest country in the world. Colombia is a beautiful country and has so much to offer. I'm going to talk about the Colombian culture. I'm going to talk a little bit about the geography, the food, sports, music, exports, the weather, the economy, and some pretty cool, interesting facts. First, let's talk about geography. Colombia is located in the northwest corner of South America. Colombia is the only country in the region with coasts on both the Caribbean and Pacific Ocean. Colombia shares a border with Panama, Venezuela, Brazil, Peru, and Ecuador. Another pretty cool, interesting thing about Colombia is that we actually have an island off of Colombia. It's called San Andres. Colombia owns it, and it's where a lot of tourists go there. It's a beautiful place. I've never been there, but from family and friends, I heard it's beautiful, and it's a place you might want to visit. As far as food, we love food. We love to eat. We love to cook. I love to eat. One of our most popular dishes is called bandeja paisa. It's this big plate which includes rice, beans, pork skin, eggs, fried plantain, Colombian sausage, steak, and a piece of avocado. And another interesting thing on that plate is called an arepa, which is a griddle cake made of corn. It doesn't have too much flavor in it, but it's there. I never understood why they would make such a thing, but people like it, I guess. As far as sports, soccer is our national sport, but in Colombia we call it football. Colombia's golden years in soccer were in the 1990s when they qualified for the FIFA World Cup 3 years in a row, ranked fourth best in the world at the time. Colombia didn't qualify for the World Cup since 1998, but in 2014, they made a phenomenal comeback. It was awesome. Although they didn't win the World Cup, they made it as far as quarterfinals, which was a big accomplishment for us. It was such an amazing experience watching them and just being together with family and eating and cheering them on, and it was awesome. We would wear all our Colombian shirts and hats and have the flags, and it was a pretty awesome experience. According to FIFA.com, Colombia is now the third best soccer team in the world. Now that's a big accomplishment. Third in the world, that's pretty good. As far as music, we listen to your typical Spanish music, your salsa, your merengue, bachata, even reggaeton. But we have our own genre, which is vallenato and cumbia. Vallenato is more of a slow music, grab the girl kind of thing, and it's very soft music, I would call it, very romantic. The cumbia is a little bit more upbeat, one step, two step, kind of thing. I'm not really into both of those. I feel that older people like that type of music. Maybe it's an older people kind of thing. I'm not too sure, but I'm not really into that. As far as the exports, Colombia is rich in natural resources and is known as the world's leading source of emeralds. Other popular exports are coffee and flowers. And as far as the weather in Colombia is pretty much similar all year round. It's beautiful out there. The sun's always shining. It's hot. Well, it's not too hot like here where we have the humidity going on. It's hot, but it's not like here. From May to November, it rains from those months, from May to November. It is cooler in the upland areas and cold in the mountains. That's up north. As far as the economy, Colombia is rich in minerals, including petroleum, natural gas, coal, iron ore, and nickel, gold, and copper, emeralds, and platinum. Like I said earlier, coffee is by far the major crop, and its price on the world market has affected Colombia's economical health. Despite of the struggle with violent forces, drug cartels for decades, Colombia has significantly achieved a great decrease in violence, which triggered an increase in tourism and foreign investments. Every day there's people from all over the world coming to Colombia to visit because it's such a beautiful place and it's not like how it used to be. Some pretty interesting facts about Colombia, pretty cool, would be that Colombia won Miss Universe this year, actually, in 2015. The last time Colombia won Miss Universe was 1958. That's a long time. And it's pretty cool because I've been watching Miss Universe for years, since I could remember, and I would remember cheering on Colombia, but never won, but this year was awesome. Another interesting fact about Colombians is that we dip our cheese into hot chocolate. It's yummy, but it's pretty interesting. You don't hear that too often. I remember as a little girl, we would dip our cheese into our hot chocolate and it melts and it's so yummy. You should try it. Another interesting fact is that in Colombia, the month of December is an all-month celebration. Unlike other countries or even here where Christmas is a one-day thing, we celebrate, the whole month is a celebration basically. We dance, we drink, we party, and get with friends and family, and we're just outside, just having a good time. And another pretty interesting fact is that in 2014, like I said earlier, when the national Colombian soccer team made it to the quarterfinals, the president of Colombia declared that Friday that they played, which was the last game they played of the World Cup, was a holiday for the government employees. It was too much of a deal, and he just decided that he was going to shut down the government employees. That day that Colombia had played, they played against Brazil, and that was a game that we lost, but it was still a big deal for us. Now that I have informed you about the Colombian culture, I hope that this helps you understand that Colombia has come a long way from what some of you might have heard. It's not what it used to be. We have great food, we love our sports, and we have a great passion about music and dance. And these are a few things that make this country great. Now, before I forget, this is my flag, yellow, blue, and red. And that's it. I hope you guys like my speech, and I'm looking forward to looking at yours. Bye.